So today we will try to analyze and design the flat slab in ETABS software. So the example we have solved manually, we'll take the same example and analyze it in the software. So this was the example we solved. The center to center spacing along of the grid lines along the x axis was 6 meter, and along the y axis it was 4.5 meter, and uh, and for the edge, the edges were at 200 mm from the center of the column along the x, and 150 mm from the center of the column along the y. Okay, so this was the data. So let us now solve this in ETABS. You can also use SAF for the design of flat slab also, and it in ETABS also it is there. So go to new model and use built-in. You have to set the unit as per your system. So here we are selecting metric SI system, steel code as Indian, design code as IS 800 2007 for steel design, and for concrete design we have selected IS 456 2000 and click OK. Now you will get a quick templates here. So as we want to design a flat slab, we will be using this template. See, this is for the flat slab with perimeter beam. Suppose you have edge beam also, then you can use this template, and if you don't have any edge beams, then you can use this template. Now our spacing along the x axis is 6 meter, spacing along the y is 4.5 meter, Now wait, number of grid lines is this is number of grid lines. So number of grid lines, 1 2 3 4 and 5 grid lines are there, so this will be 5. And number of grid lines, 1 2 3 and 4 along the y, so 4 grid lines here. And the spacing of grid lines along the x is 6 meter, and the spacing of grid lines along the y is 4.5 meter. Okay, number of stories, you may set 3 story or 4 story, whatever you want. Let us say 3 stories. And the story height here, in our case, it was 4 meter. Okay, the story height is 4 meter, so we'll change this to 4 meter. Now after filling this data, in case if you have different grid lines, see, by doing this, by filling this, you can go to custom and edit grid line. So you will have the you can edit this grid line ordinates also. Suppose you have a different spacing, unequal spacing of the grid lines, then you can modify here also. Okay, but since we have equal spacing of the grid lines, so we'll not change this. Okay, and keep it as uniform spacing only. Okay, then we click on the flat slab. So this template will open for the flat slab. Now here, along the x direction, our edge distance is, see, along the x, our edge distance is 200 mm, means from the center of the column to the edge, and that is 200. See, here also it is 200. So both at the left as well as right, it is 200 mm, and at the bottom and at the top, the y edge distance is 150. So you can set this as 200, this as 200, this is 150, this is 150. Okay, now in the first example we do not have any drop, so you can check off this or uncheck this drop panel. In case if you want to have the drop, then you can provide the size of the drop panel. Let us take first example in which we do not have any drop, so uncheck this. See, you can see when you uncheck this property for the drop is freeze, you cannot select the property for the drop. Then you have to select the properties of the column and slab. So just click on this, and see, here already by default some properties are there, but we want to have our own section. So first let us add new property, that is rectangular. Okay, now here you can see the material is by default this as per American standards. So we want to have our own material. So our concrete grade is M20 and steel grade is Fe415. So what you can do, you can go to you can click this, add new material, and instead of US you select Indian, select concrete Indian, and grade of concrete is M20. So you select M20. See, automatically the properties of the M20 concretes are there. You want, if you want to modify them, you can modify those any of the properties here. We'll just change the density because in example we have used 25. Okay, so M20 concrete is all added. You can also add rebar property, means reinforcement. So click on rebar Indian, and see, these are the by default grades of steel are there. So suppose we want Fe415, as our problem is having Fe415 grade of steel, so Fe415. So uh, you can, if you want to change the property, you can change the property here. Click OK. So these two properties are now assigned. Now since our concrete column is a of grade M20, select M20 grade and OK. Okay, so you can select M20. Now let us write the size. The size of the column was 300 by 400. So 300 by 400. and then the 300 width is 400. Okay, and then show modify rebar. In this, select this column because it is it is to be designed as column, and select the grade of reinforcement as Fe415. Okay, reinforcement configuration rectangular, ties, and reinforcement to be designed. Okay, click OK and click OK. So your column property is added. Click OK. So now you have defined the column section. Next, define the slab section. See, by default the two properties are there, but go to this slab property. uh, you can modify this slab property also. Let us say this slab is our slab was 200 mm thick, so slab 200 mm, and select M20 grade of concrete, and mention thickness as 200 mm. Okay, so you can if it is more than 200 you can change that. Okay, and click OK and click OK, and see this slab 200 is added. Next thing is load. So our dead load was see, by default it will calculate the self weight, but we have to add the additional dead load, that is floor finish. So in that example we have considered 1 kilonewton as floor finish. If you remember, the floor finish is assumed as 1 kilonewton per square meter. So let us apply 1 here, and live load of 4 kilonewton per square meter. Okay, so click OK and again click OK. See, our three-story building is created with wait a minute, we have to change the property because the columns are oriented in this direction. So just modify the section property here. Go to frame section, uh, modify show property, and the depth is 400 and width is 300. So write 400 by 300. Click OK. Click OK. See, it is changed here, but here it is not. Let us just change extrude frame sections and cell sections here also. Now see, it is changed. Actually, the view was not refreshed. That's why it was showing the change property here, but here it was not showing because we have to refresh the screen. So now the geometry is created. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. We made some mistake, I think. It was see, we have to make 5 grid lines. Here only 1, 2, 3, and 4 grid lines are showing. I think in the input we might have some made mistake. So again you can add grid line here also. See, along the x-axis you can add another E. Okay, and click OK and OK. Again you have to refresh this button, so it will, by doing so it will refresh. So now you can see, but see the properties are not uh, you have to again define the property. Why it happened I don't know. Let us create it again. Okay, this is has to be 1 2 3, this has to be 5 number of grid lines along 5, this is 4, this is 6, this is 4.5. I think we changed the custom and then we again move to, then we haven't checked it. uh, just click this, this will be point 2, point 2, point 1. I check, uncheck this, load as 1, dead load as 4. See, you can also click OK and your geometry will be created. Then later on you can again you can assign the column section and slab section again, but it is better to assign it here. Instead let us add new property, rectangular, add new material, Indian concrete M20. Okay, that is 25. Okay, add new material, Riga. Okay, okay, so two materials are added. Now select M20 and let us write the column section as column 300 or 400 by 300, 400 by 300. Okay, so your depth is 400, width is 300, modify bar as FP415, FP415, rest as it is, and click OK, click OK. Then go to slab, let us modify this property, this as slab 200, grade of concrete as M20. Okay, slab thickness is 200 and slab, it is slab type. Suppose if you are designing a drop, then you select this as a drop. Okay, 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 click OK. See, it is 5 4. Just verify this before clicking OK. Just verify this, because at this moment we haven't checked in the previous case. See, now it is created 5 bays, 4 bays in x direction and 3 bays in y direction, same as this one. Okay, and your columns are also oriented the same as the problem. Now the next thing is to define strips. Means just like we have designed column strip. See, if you don't define strips, the software will automatically consider strips by default, and the reinforcements will be calculated for those strips. So here we will provide strips. So go to draw and let us first see, we select all story because we want to replicate this to all story, and select the, this is the base, 0. It is not saved, so we have to uh, do it again. Number of grid lines 5 in X, 4 in Y, 6 meter spacing, then 4.5 in Y axis. Number of stories, let us say 3, and story height is 4. Bottom story is also 4 meter. Then click this flat slab. Then this is 0 0.2, 0 0.2, 0.15, and check off this drop panel. Floor finish is 1, live load is 4. Then uh, define the column section, so add new property, rectangular section. It is column 400 by 300. Grade of concrete, we have to select add new material. Instead of US, Indian standard, concrete, Indian, and M20. Click OK, and let us change the depth density as 25. Click OK. Again add new material for the rebar at 415. OK, and click OK. Okay. Now the depth is 400 and width is 300. Modify rebar bars. This is 415, 415. Click OK and OK. So column property is added. OK. You select this column property. Then define slab property. Just modify this existing slab property. Let us say this is slab 200, and grade of concrete is already defined, so M20, and thickness is already set as 200. So click OK, OK, and OK, and click OK. See, the property is created. Now once the model is generated, just save it, otherwise it will. Okay, so now no worry, actually it was crashed, and it was, the software landed automatically. So now next, draw the design strips. So go to draw design strips. Okay, the width of the design strip in our example, it was the width was 2250 mm. Okay, so So here we have to provide half of that, so 2250 by 2, 2250 by 2, that is 1125. So set 1125, 1125 and 1125, 125. Okay, and just click this method. Draw design strips 1125. Just zoom it. Actually, while selecting, you have to be okay. Now see, we can define the strip layers. Let us say the strips along y direction as b and strips along x as x. So let us say these are x strips and these are y strips. So let us draw first draw the a strips. So from this point to this point, okay, just click left button or escape. Then from this point to this point, okay, we made one mistake. Control Z, draw design strips. Okay, but here select all stories, otherwise we have to repeat the same procedure for all the stories. By selecting this all story, all the we draw in one story and it will be replicated on all other stories also. So this point to this point, this, so you can see here it is added. Actually I do not have mouse right now, that is why uh, you can use the uh, this by using mouse easily. Okay, next let us say strip layer B. So those are the horizontal strips. So zoom fit. draw design strips. Set this as strip B, and from this point to this point, this point. So now the strips are drawn. Just let us verify one thing, whether the grid lines automatically added by the software, they have similar story, set as similar stories or not. Now you define the strips, these strips. You can go to define load cases. The dead load and live load are already added there. Okay, then go to define load combinations. Add load combination. You can add a factor 1.5 dead load combination. We are only checking one combination, 1.5 dead load plus 1.5 live load. So linearly we want to add the effect of dead load to the live load, so set this as linear. You click add, and another let us set this as 1 and this is 1.5. Okay, so these two are added. Click OK. You can check them, dead load and live load, they are added here. See, you can also check the load pattern. Here the self-weight multiplying factor is set to 1, so the software will automatically calculate the self-weight of the dead load. Okay, so you need not to worry about that. Click OK, and set analysis option. Okay, you can set this as do not run. Run now. I think okay, so it is analyzed now. You can now go to design, concrete frame design, view design preferences, and set these all these as by default. You set this as no. We have set this as no because we have not considered any eccentricity while designing this. So next, start design. Okay, so you can see that the column area of longitudinal reinforcement in the columns, it is showing here. Go to design. Verify all member pass. So all members have passed. You can select design options. Concrete slab design. Go to view preferences and click. Okay, wait a minute. Design concrete slab view preferences. Cover we have set as 15, so it is 15 only. Bar diameter we have used is 16 mm, so you can use this 16 mm bar dia. We have actually used 16, 10 and 8 and 8. So no pre-stressing, so no need to check that. Click OK. Then go to design, concrete slab design. Okay, why this is not this? We have to design this as strip based. Start design. All stories. So now it is giving the strip A layer, means the layers, the horizontal layers we have defined. For those strips it is showing the amount of the reinforcement. Same way you can see which story it is. Let us move to another story. Let us say the intermediate story, because in intermediate story we will have the effect of column above and column below. So which will be the same case as we have calculated manually. If we take the upper story, then there will be different stiffnesses because there is no upper column in the top story. So let us consider the intermediate story. Now see, this is for the top and bottom reinforcement layer A. Same way you can check the strips. Slab design. You can also check the punching design also. Let us change this strip display forces. Oh, wait. Display forces, strip forces, and now you can select the case. Let us select the combination 1.5 dead load plus live load, and you want to check the moments, so select bending moment. And suppose you want strip A, then you can check this. If you want strip B, then check B, and if you both, then click both and show the load values also. Click apply and click OK. So you can see that both the strips along x as well as along y are shown here. Okay, and when you move your cursor, it will give you the values. So when you so you can consider any panel, intermediate panel, and check the bending moment with our results. Though there will be some difference, but you can compare your manual calculation with the software. So we stop here. In the next class we'll continue, in next tutorial we'll continue with flat slab with drop. We'll take the third example and solve it in the ETABS software. Okay, you can also analyze this in SAP software also. SAP is also the product of same company. So we'll discuss the results and compare the results in the next lecture, and also go through the modeling of flat slab with drops. Okay. Do you have any question? Yes. See, Isa is there. Isa, you were asking about how to install the software. So let me just share the screen. Actually, I do not have the software right now, but see, when you install it, then after that there is a crack folder, and when you unzip that uh, and uh, and run the .exe file provided in the folder, uh, a file will be generated, L server file will be generated. You have to copy that file to just go to file open location. You have to paste it here. See, it will be there. uh, See, this file is there, this file will be generated. Okay. uh, and this file is actually expiring on 26th July. Okay, so I think in the next lab I have to repatch it or replace this crack. Okay, so you have to paste it here, and also in the CSI licensing folder. Here. Okay, so then your crack will work. Okay, so let's end the